The age-old question, who would win in a fight? Right, because that's what keeps me up at night. Not climate change, not global pandemics, but whether a lion could take down a grizzly bear. As if this epic showdown is going to decide the fate of the universe. Let's be honest, the only place this fight is happening is in our heads, probably fueled by too much caffeine and those nature documentaries where they edit out all the boring bits, like animals sleeping for 20 hours a day. But hey, we're all here for it, aren't we? So let's indulge this bizarre curiosity and break down this hypothetical brawl for supremacy. Spoiler alert, it ends badly for someone, and it's not us. Tale of the tape size, strength and other stuff that doesn't matter. In this corner we have the lion, the so-called king of the jungle. Except they don't actually live in the jungle. More on that later. They're big, they're mean, and they have excellent hair. Main goals, am I right? And in the other corner we have the grizzly bear, the lumbering behemoth with claws that could disembowel a park ranger, allegedly. They're bigger, they're meaner, and they definitely don't have time for your picnic basket. On paper, the bear has a clear advantage. It's like putting a heavyweight boxer against, well, a lion. But as we all know, size isn't everything. Ask any honey badger. Those little guys are insane. Location, location, location. Because geography is everything in a cage match. Let's be real, a lion and a grizzly bear are about as likely to meet in the wild as I am to win a Nobel Prize in physics. These two magnificent creatures are kings of their own domains, separated by vast oceans and continents. Unless there's some weird zookeeper convention gone wrong, these two apex predators are staying firmly on their respective continents. Imagine the logistics of transporting a lion from the heart of Africa to the dense forests of North America, or vice versa. It's not just impractical, it's nearly impossible without human intervention. The lion has its savanna, where it spends its days lounging around, chasing gazelles that are way too fast for it, and generally acting like it owns the place. The vast open plains, the scorching sun, and the occasional shade under an acacia tree define its kingdom. The lion's pride, its family, is its strength, and together they rule the savanna with an iron paw. The grizzly bear, on the other hand, roams the North American wilderness, where it spends its days, well, doing pretty much the same thing, except with salmon instead of gazelles. The dense forests, the rushing rivers, and the towering mountains are its playground. The grizzly's solitary nature, except when raising cubs, makes it a formidable force in its territory. So for this hypothetical death match to even remotely make sense, we're going to have to get creative with our geography. Picture an arena that merges the best of both worlds, a savanna on one side and a dense forest on the other. This imaginary battleground would be the ultimate test of adaptability and survival skills for both the lion and the grizzly bear. But remember, this is all in the realm of fantasy. In reality, these majestic creatures are best admired from afar, in their natural habitats, where they reign supreme. Hypothetical battleground 1, the savanna. Picture this, the African savanna, sun blazing, vultures circling ominously. A lone lion stalks through the tall grass, completely unaware that it's about to stumble upon a very grumpy, very lost grizzly bear. The lion, being all territorial and whatnot, decides to confront the intruder. Big mistake. The grizzly bear, already irritable from the lack of decent berry bushes, swipes at the lion with its massive claws, probably complaining about the heat. The lion, realizing it might have misjudged the situation, tries to make a dignified retreat. But the grizzly bear, fueled by a diet of fish and fury, is relentless. Result: grizzly bear wins, mostly because it's too stubborn to lose. The lion limps away, vowing to stick to antelopes from now on. Now let's flip the script and drop our lion into the middle of the Rocky Mountains. Imagine the majestic peaks towering above, covered in a thick blanket of snow, and the air so crisp it almost bites. Our lion, used to the warm savannas, is in for quite a shock. It's cold, it's snowy, and there's not a gazelle in sight. The landscape is a stark contrast to the lion's usual habitat. The ground is covered in a thick layer of snow, making every step a challenge. The trees are bare, and the silence is almost deafening. The lion is shivering, confused, and probably wondering why it didn't pack a coat. Its golden fur, so perfect for blending into the savannah, stands out starkly against the white snow. The lion's breath forms clouds in the frigid air, and it looks around bewildered by this alien environment. Suddenly, it encounters a grizzly bear, emerging from hibernation and looking for a snack. The bear, with its thick fur and massive build, is perfectly adapted to this harsh climate. It yawns, stretches, and sniffs the air, catching the scent of the unfamiliar lion. The lion, desperate for some warmth, tries to cuddle up to the bear. It approaches cautiously, its instincts telling it that this is a dangerous move, but the cold is unbearable and the lion is willing to take the risk. The bear, understandably startled, interprets this as a sign of aggression. Chaos ensues. The bear roars, a deep, resonant sound that echoes through the mountains. It rears up on its hind legs, towering over the lion, and swipes with its massive paws. The lion, with its superior agility, manages to dodge the bear's initial attacks. It leaps and bounds through the snow, its powerful muscles propelling it out of harm's way. But the snow is deep and every movement is a struggle. But the bear, being a bear, eventually wins through sheer brute force and the fact that it's wearing a natural fur coat. The lion, exhausted and outmatched, can't keep up with the bear's relentless assault. The bear's claws and teeth are formidable weapons, and the lion is soon overpowered. Result? Grizzly bear wins again, proving that home field advantage is a real thing even in the animal kingdom. The bear stands victorious, its breath steaming in the cold air, while the lion retreats, defeated and humbled by the harsh reality of the Rocky Mountains. This encounter is a stark reminder of the importance of adaptation and the power of nature's design. Section 6. Fun facts for the morbidly curious lions and bears. Oh my, let's be honest, we're all here for the gore. The raw, unfiltered and sometimes brutal reality of nature. So, here are some fun facts about our furry combatants that are both fascinating and slightly disturbing. Lions have a success rate of only about 25% when hunting alone. This means that despite their fearsome reputation, they often come up empty-pawed, which means they fail most of the time. Imagine the frustration of stalking your prey for hours, only to miss out on a meal. Kind of makes you lose respect for the king of the jungle, doesn't it? But don't be too quick to judge. Their perseverance is what makes them true survivors. Grizzly bears, on the other hand, can run up to 35 miles per hour. That's right, these massive creatures can sprint faster than most people can even dream of running. That's faster than a horse. So if you ever find yourself in a foot race with a grizzly, you might want to reconsider your life choices. And you thought they were just big and cuddly. These powerful animals are full of surprises, balancing their ferocity with moments of surprising tenderness. Lions are the only cats that live in groups called prides. This social structure is unique among big cats and plays a crucial role in their survival, which is basically just a fancy way of saying they're gang members. They rely on each other for hunting, protection, and raising their young. Grizzly bears have a bite force of over 1,200 pounds per square inch. This incredible power allows them to crush through bone and tough vegetation alike. That's enough to crush a bowling ball or your head. So next time you see a bear, remember the sheer power behind those jaws. Both lions and bears are fascinating creatures, each with their own set of skills and adaptations that make them formidable in their own right. Whether it's the social dynamics of a lion pride or the raw power of a grizzly bear, these animals continue to captivate and inspire awe in all who observe them. Section 7. And the winner is... Spoiler alert, it's not who you think. So, who would win in a fight between a lion and a grizzly bear? After all this analysis and speculation, the answer is blindingly obvious. Nobody wins. Why? Because we're too busy arguing about hypothetical animal fights to realize that both of these magnificent creatures are facing very real threats, and those threats are us. Section 8. A moment of real talk. The real threats to lions and bears. Habitat loss, poaching and climate change are pushing both lions and grizzly bears towards extinction. We're destroying their homes, hunting them for sport or traditional medicine, and altering the planet in ways that make it harder for them to survive. And what are we doing about it? Arguing about who would win in a fight? It's time to stop obsessing over imaginary battles and start focusing on the real ones. Lions and bears, like all creatures, deserve our respect and protection. Section 9. In conclusion, let's focus on what really matters. Hint, it's not animal fights. So the next time you find yourself wondering who would win in a fight between a lion and a grizzly bear, take a moment to think about the bigger picture. Let's celebrate these incredible animals, not pit them against each other. Let's protect their habitats, not destroy them. Let's be the solution, not the problem. Because in the grand scheme of things, the survival of lions and grizzly bears is far more important than winning a hypothetical fight. And that's a fact that's not open to interpretation, no matter how much caffeine you've had.